Mike Jones Beats.
BBN Jack Frost, how's everybody doing today? First thing I want to say is we're going to have a new entire way of doing the program. I want to apologize because I wasn't ready to put the show together. We're just doing the show totally different. I'm going to explain for anybody who wasn't here last night. So apparently, it seems like if you're on the channel, so basically we have a situation where people want to just come and argue and then lie about the things that they're trying to say. So in order to prevent that, I'm not reading comments no more, period. I can't even see the comments. They off the side of the whole computer. The only way I'm going to see a comment is if you do a drop. That's it. The only comments I'm reading are the drops that are over $5, and only the ones that are respectful. Other than that, I'm not reading no comments. I'm not interacting with people. Before you go any further, there's people who I used to be cool with who are upset because I'm not helping them with their channel. So they're talking to people who are here trying to get them to disrupt the show every day. So I cannot interact with anyone if I want to be able to do my show the way that I want to do it. So with all that being said, I appreciate everybody that shows up. I appreciate everybody that stays. But from now on, I will not be reading comments unless there's a drop of $5 or more. Period. I'm not period. I'm not just period. I'm not doing it. So you can thank all of the people that come in here and just argue and lie. Thank them. With that being said, I want to just get to the show. So we're not doing roll call no more. So roll call's dead. I'm gonna call out all the drops from yesterday real quick, and then we're gonna get to the show. Hold on. Let me pull this over here. Give me 1 second. I want to apologize about this. I'm never going to give in. Never. I don't care what happens. I'm never going to give in. I don't care what happens. Okay. Shout out to Smashville with the $5 drop. Shout out to Liberty Hazleton with the $5 drop. Shout out to Easy Living for Me with the $9.99 drop. Shout out to 40 Luck with the $4.99 drop. And shout out to Al B with the $20 drop. Definitely appreciate you guys. I mean, honestly, you can't even understand how much I appreciate the people that come through and are productive and want to be part of the community and not want to be disruptive. You believe me, you can never understand how much I appreciate you guys. You could just never understand it. I really do appreciate you guys. Anyway, with that being said, let's get to the show. I got a real question. Now, since I'm not reading comments or nothing like that, I could probably break down my thoughts a little bit quicker, a little bit better. I got a real question. This is the question. Street dudes are not supposed to turn down a fade. You can say what you want. You could come up with all of the different analogies and supposits that you might want to find. But street dudes are not supposed to turn down fades. Tekashi 6ix9ine has asked Meek Mill for a fade. Now, to just appropriately discuss this, we have to also understand the fade that he asked him for, he mentioned money, meaning that it was going to be sanctioned. That's the feeling that I got. Now, if he's asking him for a fade in the middle of the street in the dark alley, I don't think Meek Mill should take it. That sounds like a setup. But if he's contacting Meek Mill and saying, yo, look, Mike Tyson, he has a jump off that he does, right? Mike Tyson has that thing that he does where he has celebrity boxers get in the ring, right? The thing that Nate Robinson got knocked out at. If he says, yo, look, Meek Mill, me and you could meet up somewhere like that, I'm 100% under the belief that Meek Mill can't turn that down. Now, if you think Meek Mill can turn that down, that's on you. I'm not knocking you. You have a right to feel whatever way that you want to feel. But I personally don't think that Meek Mill could turn that down. Because from what I've heard, street dudes can't turn down a fade. That's from what I heard. But what do I know? I don't know nothing. And I'm probably wrong about everything that I say. But from what I've heard, a street dude cannot turn down a fade. Now, just to give a little bit of context to what I'm talking about, Tekashi 6ix9ine did not mention Meek Mill first. As far as I know, Meek Mill tried to pick up Jade, right? And that's where the Tekashi beef originally originated from. Meek Mill tried to scoop Jade, right? I'm not 100% sure because, you know, I don't know nothing. So I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure Meek Mill tried to scoop Jade. He pulled up in her DMs. When Meek Mill pulled up in Jade's DMs, that's when a lot of the problems with Tekashi originated. Not trying to say that he also already didn't have a problem with Tekashi. He probably did. Now, this is the point that I want to make. Meek Mill also was 9 times out of 10 already trying to pull Nicki Minaj. So is this Meek Mill's go-to? And if this is Meek Mill's go-to, that he's pulling up on people's girls, and then when he can't get them, he arguing at the dude, how is Meek Mill not accepting the fade? Because if you're trying to tell me this is deeper than them arguing on the internet, this is Meek Mill actually doing something to try to disrespect Tekashi, and Tekashi standing up for herself. So I'm not talking about the ratting shit. I'm not talking about the snitching shit. I'm not discussing that. If you want to discuss that and have that to be a part of the reason why you feel the way that you feel, more power to you. There's no reason that you can't. But what I'm saying is that this problem between Meek Mill and Tekashi has nothing to do with Tekashi ratting. I'm saying even if Tekashi didn't rat, even if Tekashi didn't snitch, him and Meek Mill was going to cross paths at one point, opposing each other, because Meek Mill is after Tekashi's girl. At this point, I would have said, tell me where I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure there's 32 people in here. I'm pretty sure all 32 of you have some way that I'm wrong. So I'm just going to assume that that's what's happening. Because I can't see your comments. Also, I cannot see comments. I'm not reading no more comments again. The only way for you to be able to speak with me is to do a drop of $5 and more. The reason why I'm not reading comments is because some people aren't mentally strong enough for when my haters contact them and tell them to come disrupt my show. Not everybody is mentally strong enough to not fall for it. So therefore, I'm not reading comments no more. I'm gonna have to reiterate that a couple of times because I know some of y'all can't see it. But I'll put up for tonight's show, for the show tonight, I'll have something up on the screen letting people know that the only comments that are even gonna be saw by me are comments that come from drops, period. Now, with all that being said, Meek Mill, in my opinion, and this is not a knock on Meek Mill, this is just my opinion, obviously. In my opinion, Meek Mill wants to be accepted by the streets, right? For all that don't know, Meek Mill is not really that liked in Philly. I'm not saying he don't have no support in Philly. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that there's a lot of people in Philly that feel like Meek Mill don't support the up-and-coming artists. All you have to do is pay attention to people from Philly, and they'll basically be telling you, you know, if you're an old dude and you're not being supportive of the new up-and-coming artists, then you a sucker. And I'm gonna 100% agree with that. When we get older and we acquire wisdom, I'm not talking about knowledge, I'm not talking about intelligence, I'm talking about wisdom. Wisdom is acquired through experiences and learning from said experiences, because you could experience a million things and acquire no wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? So wisdom is acquired when you go out and you experience situations, but you also grow from those said situations. That's where wisdom is acquired from. Wisdom is not something that you can have in spades when you're young. Wisdom is something that by the end of your life you should have acquired. Right? So when we get older and we acquire wisdom, we're supposed to pass that wisdom down to the youth. I'm going to tell you a quick story. So when I was a kid, I was driving in the car with somebody, I'm not going to say who, a family member. So we driving in the car, and I'm a kid. I'm probably about 3 or 4 years old. So while we're driving, the blinker's coming on in the car. So I asked the family member, what's going on with the blinker? Why is the car doing that? The family member told me that the car knows where we're going. Now I'm 2, 3 years old. I don't know no better. Fast forward until I'm about 6 years old and I'm in 1st grade. I've never asked anybody else anything about that. It was about 1st or 2nd grade. I think 1st grade. So I'm walking across the street with my friend Dave. We're probably about 184th, 185th in like Washington Avenue in the Bronx. So I'm walking across the street. The blinker comes on the car, on the outside of the car. I don't even know what that is because I don't know shit about cars. I almost get hit. Or at least I think I'm about to get hit. I start running like a maniac. The point in which I'm trying to make with this is, when I was a kid, that older person could have put me on the game. And instead of putting me on the game, they told me some nonsense. This is what's going on. It's running rampant. And this is why we have individuals who, in my opinion, my estimation, lack intelligence and lack wisdom. Because when people who have the wisdom and have the know-how don't want to pass it down to the next person, then that shit just dies with you. You do know that part of your legacy is what you leave. Not just what you've done. It's what you leave. So when you come into contact with people and you have the ability to put somebody on a better understanding or a higher level of understanding, these are things that you're kind of obligated to do, in my opinion. And a lot of people feel like Meek Mill is not doing this. A lot of people feel like Meek Mill could have helped a lot of people in Philly and did not. So for everybody that's talking about Meek Mill doesn't need to do this, Meek Mill needs to stay away from Tekashi, what I'm trying to express to you is Meek Mill has no street cred. The only street cred Meek Mill has right now he has no street cred. Name me something Meek Mill did besides getting arrested for selling some nickel bags or whatever he was selling. and then getting beat up by the police and having a gun planted on him. He says the gun was planted on him. Also, the police that arrested him were known for planting guns on people, so he's probably telling the truth. So tell me what Meek Mill was known for. I know he's known for getting people beat up by other people. Right? He's known for getting people attacked by other people. He's known for stealing people's girls. Right? He's known for filming men while they're having sex with women and then showing their girls the footage, right? He's known for that. Tell me what street shit. You can't even tell me because I'm not even looking at your comments. For everybody that don't know, I am not looking at comments anymore. We had a situation the other day. There is a group of people who are just, if you're on the channel and you're either an admin or you're on the green team, they're contacting you telling you to disagree with everything that I say. So I have people literally just trying to start arguments with me in every show, and these people are supposed to be my friends. They're not. So therefore, I'm not reading any more comments unless you do drops. So $5 to $10 drops to the Cash App. Come on, y'all. If y'all want to let me know what y'all think about this. Because I just want to say something real quick. I've never argued with a friend just to be arguing with them. Never. Not one day in my life. I've never had that energy. I've never had that energy where I'm just going to disagree with you to disagree with you. Never. Never. Not never. I just be quiet. What the fuck do I care? Unless that shit is going to affect me personally, I just be quiet. What do I know? You might be right. Did I look like a whole idiot arguing with you about some shit you right about? That's not going to happen to me. Anyway, with that being said, there's a good chance that Meek Mill needs to take this fight. I don't think he's going to do it. I think the main reason why Tekashi 6ix9ine mentioned Meek Mill's in the first place was because he knows that he's not going to fight him. Just so we can be clear. I think Tekashi 6ix9ine is 100% certain that the last thing that Meek Mills is going to do is fight him. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. Anyway, I just want to clear that up from yesterday. I didn't even want to talk about that this morning, just so we could be honest. That's the funny thing. Now people want me to read their comments. But before, what people want to do is argue with me. Remember? That's all y'all want to do is argue with me. Now people want me to read their comments. But before, all people want to do is argue with me. Shit is crazy. Shit is just fucking bananas. I hate this job. Like, you don't get it. Anyway, with that being said, I want to change the topic. I just want to clear that up. I wanted to clear that up. I don't really even want to discuss that, but I wanted to clear that up. My belief is that Meek Mills actually needs to do something for street cred. Meek Mills is just standing next to people at this point in order to acquire street cred. Meek Mills is not helping out Philadelphia rappers at all. And before anybody says everybody does that, think about all the rappers Jay-Z helped. Think about all the rappers that Nas tried to help. Nas actually had the same issue that I have right now. For everybody that don't know, I'm going to just tell you something about what happened with Nas real quick. For everybody that don't know, Queensbridge had a lot of spitters. When Nas came out of Queensbridge had all the rappers. For everybody that don't know, Queensbridge was killing it. What happened was, people that wanted to see Nas fail started talking in the Queensbridge niggas' ears and started getting them to act crazy. So what apparently ended up happening was Nas was the only one that blew. Nas and like for the people that wasn't around then, like, y'all don't understand. They had Nas and the Quad Mega bullshit happened. Then the same people Carmega end up getting locked up. Like, so Nas had basically the same situation that I have currently. People that just want to just come disrupt what you're doing, and that's it. That's it. Just disrupt what you're doing. They don't really support your platform. They don't care about, you know what I'm saying, your life. They just want to disrupt what you're doing. With that being said, I want to move on to this T.I. Tiny situation. Also, just so y'all could be clear, the Tonight Show is going to look totally different. I'm not standing like this talking to y'all no more. It's going to be totally different. It's going to have a lot of graphics. It's going to have a lot of, it's going to look totally different. I don't know no other way to explain it. It's just, it's going to look so different. That's just going to be another thing that people are going to copy. It's going to look totally different. Because I'm not doing this no more. This is just a last minute thing. I was up all night. For everybody that don't know, I was up all night, probably till about 3 o'clock in the morning, just trying to figure out or trying to decide how am I gonna deal with this particular problem. The problem isn't gonna go away. It seems like every other day I have a, just so we could be clear on something, I want to show everybody. I'm not gonna show anybody something. Just so we could be clear. That person's at work. Just so we could be clear, I don't care if people, if you agreed with everything that I said, that means I'm not special. I think that I'm special. I think that I'm different. So I'm gonna explain this in the most latent terms as possible. If you agreed, if every single person agreed with everything that I said, that means that I only have basic intellect. I'm gonna say this again. If every single person agreed with every single thing that I said, that means that I only have basic intellect. That means that I'm not even able to discuss anything above the ground level. That means that I'm not very smart. What's the main thing you hear when you look through history and people talk about intelligent people? They talk about how many people disagreed with them. They talk about how so many people said that they were wrong. Want me to name some names real quick, just for the hell of it? Edison, Tesla, Ben Franklin. So I don't care if you agree with me. What's happening is people are disagreeing with me, and then when I'm showing them their flaws and what they're saying, then they're lying and saying they didn't say this and they didn't say that. That's what I'm upset over. If you agreed with everything that I said, that means that I'm not that smart and I'm just talking about 1 + 1 = 2. The fact that many of the things that I say people don't know, didn't think about, that's what makes me special and different. So every time you hear somebody say that I'm saying that you have to agree with my opinion, they are manipulating you. Every time I see somebody come into the chat and says that they have to agree with me, the first thing I think is that your intelligence is not that high. I'm just keeping it a stat. The first thing I do is question your intelligence. The 100% first thing. Whenever I see anybody talking about that they have to agree with me, the first thing I say is, well, that person's not that smart, so okay, that's the way you feel. I'm special. I'm different. That's the way that I feel. You should feel the same. You should feel like you are special. You should feel like you are different. Also, I didn't turn comments off. I'm not reading them. There's a difference. Boom. I can still hit people with bags this way. Boom. Also, I didn't turn off comments. Another lie. Any more lies? Another lie. I didn't turn off comments. If I turned off comments, how could I kick you? How could I kick you if I turned off comments? How could I kick you? How could I kick you? Anybody else want to get kicked? How could I kick you if I turned off comments? I notice my admins aren't even kicking people that need to be kicked. Are they? Did that person get kicked or did their comment just get deleted? Their comment just got deleted. They didn't get kicked. Appreciate you though. What up, Mike Jones? Mike Jones was in here early. I don't know if he's still in here. What up, my brother? Watch out for those people that swear they support you, but when it's time for them to support you in public, they don't. Watch out for those people that swear they support you, but when they gotta publicly support you, they don't do it. Watch out for them. They just waiting. They waiting for an opportunity. That's all. To do some weirdo shit. Watch out for those people. I'm going to explain something to you. Remember every time people used to come in here and ask me about some other platform that I was friendly with, and they asked me to criticize that platform, and I'd be like, I don't got nothing to say. Why? Because that's what a real nigga does. That's what a real friend does. That's what somebody who actually supports you does. When somebody comes and tries to bring you negativity about somebody that you support, you don't engage them. I don't know nothing about that. Or I say something in their defense. So pay attention when you see people coming, talking, saying crazy stuff, and then people who are supposed to be supportive of me is not doing no supportive shit. No, why do you got to pay to be a part of the conversation? You're not in the chat right now? If I remember correctly, Star doesn't read chats. Why do I got to read chats? Star doesn't read them, right? If you was on Star's show, you got to pay in order for him to read your comment, right? I started reading people comments without getting a fucking super chat. I was the first person doing that. So don't tell me nothing. Let's get to the actual show. I was the first person doing that on YouTube. Reading people comments just to be reading people comments. I'm seeing just how many people actually support me today. Let's see how many people actually support the BBN and how many people is here just bullshitting. Let's see. Let's see how many people only support the BBN network if they have the opportunity to abuse the BBN network, and how many people just support the BBN network. Let's see. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to move on to the next topic. Shout out to James S. with the $5 drop. Definitely appreciate you. It was a hater drop, $5 hater drop. Definitely appreciate you. We got Meek Mill, T.I. and Tiny. I want to talk about this T.I. Tiny situation real quick because I want to reference something before we go any further. But What's the name of that boy that got arrested because he was driving that car? What's the name of that boy that got arrested because he was driving? Shout out to D Vertical with the $5 drop. He said, as always, appreciate you, my brother. What happened to the boy that was driving that car? Another $5 drop, another hater drop. I'm just not in the mood today, so y'all gotta pardon me. What was the name of the boy? Lucci. YFN Lucci, or whatever his name is. Why did this T.I. shit blow up right when he got arrested? Why did this T.I. shit blow up right when he got arrested? Nobody else is noticing that? Nobody else is paying attention to that? This T.I. shit blew up right when he got arrested. Now, we had somebody on the program previously that said that there was a situation revolving around T.I. that basically it's a political move because of the political because he's politically connected down in Atlanta. Now, I want to say a couple of things about the politics in Atlanta. Okay, so they have a black woman mayor, right? Keisha Lance Bottom. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $4.99 drop, hater drop. So they have a black mayor, right? Keisha Lance Bottoms. Don't lose that. T.I. is close to Keisha Lance Bottoms. See, this is what I mean by I don't trust the Democrats. You want to know why I don't trust the Democrats? Because the Democrats eat each other. You want to know what the Republicans do? The Republicans go find places where Democrats are weak at and try to take over that area. You want to know what Democrats do? The Democrats eat each other. When I was young, I was having a conversation with, a person, right? Family member, very smart individual. I'm not going to call their name because I don't want to, I don't know where they would like for people to know that they had this conversation with me or not. But I was young, and this is when the Bloods and the Crips first started moving to New York, right? So you can know it was like in the 90s, right? And in the areas in which I lived in, we still subscribe to like the 80s where you owned your block, basically. This is your block. The people that grew up over there, the people that lived there, that's the neighborhood posse. That's the neighborhood crew, right? So when the Bloods and the Crips first came to New York, you got to understand there was a lot of people that was just 100% against it. Like there was a lot of people that was like just not like keep that shit over there in California. You have to understand this. There was a point where there was Bloods running around New York City just cutting people in the face. These are facts. Just random people, kids, women, girls, just walking minding your business and somebody just run up on you and cut you, bang, and then bounce. So there were a lot of people who just did not rock with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Shout out to BQ Mommy with the $5 drop, the hater drop. Says BQ been down since day one. F trolls. I'm not even mad at the trolls. It's my own team. It's people that's supposed to be down with me. I'm not even mad at the trolls. The trolls is doing their job. The trolls is supposed to show up and do weirdo shit. My team is supposed to have my back. Period. BQ, when you could talk, call me real quick for 5 seconds. I just want to ask you one question. Shout out to DZ with the 510 Oakland drop. He said, don't question my loyalty. Shout out to DZ with the 510 Oakland drop. If you get 5 minutes, it's going to take 2 seconds. I'm going to ask you one question. One question. I could tell you what the question is. Have you ever seen me turn on somebody? Have you ever seen me be supportive of somebody and then help their enemies attack them? Ever. Ever. So, you could put that in the chat. Ever. So, hold on. So the relative was talking to me, and basically what the relative told me was this. The relative said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, have you ever seen me turn on somebody? Like, have you ever seen me be supportive of somebody and help the enemy?
Nah, you've been very supportive, but I haven't turned on nobody. Like, it's always them doing the backward stuff after you done put your foot out there and they try to cut your shit off. Excuse my French.
But exactly, you understand what I'm saying? Like, thank you. I just cause okay. So I'm gonna tell you what's happening right now. There's some people who I'm not even not cool with them. They just trying to force me to do YouTube with them. So since they can't force me to do YouTube with them, they're contacting like my admins and they talking to people to get them to come, and anybody they see with like a green name or something like that, and trying to convince them to come into the chat and disrupt my chat by just saying weirdo shit and then saying that I'm something about their opinion. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it, 100%.
So
you should know to diverge that and then contact you and let you know what's going on and just try to.
Exactly. These people can't get to me, so they contacting people on my fucking that's supposed to be on my team so they could bring the bullshit to me.
You're doing something right then. So, when you go up, it's just more disturbing. So just keep moving forward. That's all we gotta do.
That's a fact. But that's what's going on. Just so we can be clear.
Yeah.
You'll know them because they'll come in the chat and the first thing they'll say is hi to certain people. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You'll know them. If you go back to previous lives, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
I'm always on the chat. If I'm not interacting, I'm always on because I'm at work at the same time.
That's a fact.
I'm looking at the chat. If I'm not interacting, I'm looking at what's going on. Because like you said, you do have other people that turn on the BBN, and right, if I hit you like, yo, I'm in this other chat, like this is you, like, hell no, let me go check on it because people don't have that.
I'm not saying the whole team, just so I could be clear. I'm not saying the whole team. Nobody said the whole team. I'm saying that it's certain specific people that they're contacting. Yes, I am not saying the whole team. Because whenever I say something about one person, everybody tries to put themselves into it sometimes. I'm not talking about everybody.
You shouldn't feel that way at all if they already know what's up. If it doesn't pertain to you, then I'm talking to you, or if you're not directly saying anybody's name or anything. But people, they think different, and it's whatever's going on, everybody's mind is all over the place. So people can think what they want, and we know what's up. So.
All right. Appreciate you. But once again, I don't turn on nobody. I don't do bullshit to people. I don't even operate that way.
Got time for that.
No, what the fuck? All right, I'm gonna let you get back to work. What you want to say?
Oh no, I just said nobody got time for that. What we just trying to do is make people better, and we just each one teach one and help each other. Because if we don't keep the money funnel between us, then what else is how else we make money?
I'm gonna ask you one other question. One other question. How straight laced am I? No, I'm saying like as far as like I used a stupid old term, but as far as don't I try to do everything the right way? Like I don't.
You always brought a book, so listen.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, you always do everything by the book. There's no sideways, backwards, logistics, 5 meetings, we doing something, listen, let me talk to you about this, paperwork straight. It's no backwards shit with you, excuse my French, but everything is always straight up. Like, you're a perfectionist to the point where it's like, bro, are you listening to me? Or what?
Appreciate you. Hey, next time we go play basketball, you're gonna. Oh no, they got cameras in the building.
That's why we couldn't do it this time because with the restrictions of
COVID,
you have to be in there. So that's why I have to probably pay for a ticket. Act like I'm bowling, which I'm retired, so I just gotta do it that way.
But
pay for the ticket, act like I'm gonna jump in the game, and then I just be like, oh, I'm hurt, and then we do the footage like that.
Also, the gym has cameras.
Yeah, did you go back and run the footage?
Nah, I didn't, because that was my first time playing it. That was my first time playing in quite some time, but I think I'm going to go out and get a little bit of practice today. I probably need to go run on the treadmill a little, and,
Well, I'll go into the feed bank and look at the, what's name, and get them to cut up the footage and check it out.
All right, appreciate you. You're the best.
All right. Thanks.
Later. So basically, I was telling y'all a story. So basically, what happened was, they was talking about, you know, the person came to me and basically was telling me about why to stay away from gangs, and one of the main reasons why the person, and now you got to understand, this person that I'm talking about, they was heavy in the stuff for a long period of time. They was in the street. You understand what I'm saying? Like when people was getting their chains snatched at the Apollo, they was there. Like when people were like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like the person I'm talking about was in the street. You understand what I'm saying? A real street nigga, for real. You understand what I'm saying? So they was just giving me some game or whatever, and they said one of the reasons why they was saying that, you know, don't get involved, telling me not to get involved in any kind of gang stuff, is because one, I'm one of the things that people do is this: if they don't have access to you, they try to get other people that can have access to you. Somebody once told me that there was some bigger people that wanted to deal with me, right? And the reason in which why they weren't dealing with me and why I wasn't getting big notice larger, because I'm good at this. One of the reasons why I wasn't getting noticed large is because the people that were around me at that time, I didn't understand. I didn't understand what they meant. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think they was hating. I think that they was giving me great advice. But the people that I had around me is the type of people that's never gonna have nothing. Because it's like everybody has to level up at the same time with them. And that's not the way leveling up works. Leveling up is like, you ever seen the army ladders that they do? When they got a high wall, and you got one guy, he runs, he puts his back against the wall and he goes like this. And then the other guy comes and he gets on his shoulders, and then another person come and gets on that person's shoulders, and they get to the top, and then the person at the top pull the next person up, and then that person pulls the next person up. That's the way this shit work. If you don't have people around you that can do that with you, don't have them around you. Period. We got to help one person get up so that person can take the rest of us the way they going. I've been one of the biggest excusers of gang bullshit on YouTube for a person that's not in a gang. I've been one of the biggest gang apologists on YouTube for a person that's not in a gang. I've literally made video after video explaining to people how either to not get caught by the government or how the government is catching you. I have a ton of videos explaining how to either not get caught by the government or explaining how the government is actually catching you when you're committing crimes. I literally have a series explaining to you exactly where Tekashi did actually snitch at, if that's what we're calling it, and that's what we're calling it. I have at least 20 videos, way more than 20 videos, explaining what people should actually, would it make sense that people should actually be upset at Tekashi about. I'm one of the few platforms still not saying that Casanova's guilty. Now I say all that to say this. I don't know how to not be, I don't know how to be biased. Like, I'm biased about my shit. If you're my friend, I'm biased for you. That's a fact. If you're my kid, I'm biased for you. That's a fact. If you're my people, I'm biased for you. That's a fact. There's no getting around that. But I don't know any of these dudes in the industry. I know a couple, but I know very few. The people I know, I don't even talk about. Just so we can be clear. I'm going to start changing that. The people that I know, I don't even talk about. I'm going to start talking about the people I know, though. But the people I know, I don't even talk about. Because I don't want to be biased. That's why I don't talk about them. Not because I don't appreciate the things that they're doing or thinking that they're doing great things. With that being said, I want to be clear on something. If you are a person that's talking about somebody need to kill Tekashi, and you're also saying that Meek Mill is not going to fight Tekashi, or Meek Mill shouldn't fight Tekashi, you're being a hypocrite. I'm going to say that again. If you're one of the people out here talking about how somebody needs to do something to Tekashi, if you're one of the people out here talking about somebody needs to attack Tekashi, if you're one of the people out here talking about how somebody needs to kill 6ix9ine, hurt 6ix9ine, hurt his family, hurt whoever, and you're also a person that's saying that Meek Mill should not fight him, you're being a hypocrite. I don't care what your reason is. You're being a hypocrite. You feel like Meek Mill can't beat Tekashi, so you don't want him to fight Meek Mill. I get the game. I'm not stupid. The individuals that is out here talking crazy about how all of the pain they want Tekashi to go through, how he shouldn't have anything, how people should hurt him, his family, everything else. He needs to move to whatever country, get out the country. And then you hear that he asked for a fade from somebody, and then you say that that person shouldn't fight him, you're being a hypocrite. Because I'm guaranteeing if he would have called out the game, I'm guaranteeing the same people that are saying that he shouldn't fight Meek Mill, the same damn people that are saying he shouldn't fight Meek Mill would be saying he should fight the game. Because they feel confident that the game could win. If he called out Floyd Mayweather Jr., the same people that are saying he shouldn't fight Meek Mill would be the same people saying that he should fight Floyd. If he called out Mike Tyson, which we know he don't got a death wish, the same people saying that he should not fight Meek Mill would be saying that Mike Tyson should fight him. You're a hypocrite. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. I'm a straight shooter. Some people want to change the narrative to fit the thing that they like. I don't do that. I'm just a straight shooter. The reason why I think Meek Mill should fight him is because if he said he wanted to fight the game, people will be on board. If he said he wanted to fight, I don't know, what's another guy we know that if he said he wanted to fight Wiz Khalifa, who we know trains, people would have been on board. The same people that are saying that Meek Mill should not fight him are the same people that would have been like, yeah, let him go fight Wiz Khalifa, who studies martial arts. So when you come in and I don't have respect for your comment, don't take it like I don't think that you got the right to have an opinion. You have the right to have an opinion. I just don't have respect for hypocritical shit. If you want to be a hypocrite, fine. I can't stop you. But I don't got to respect a hypocrite. You let 6ix9ine would have said he wanted to fight Busta Rhymes. People would have been on board with that. You let Tekashi would have came out and said he wanted to fight, I don't know, somebody X that's a good fighter. People would have been on board with that. The reason why people are not on board with Meek Mill is because they don't believe Meek Mill could beat him. At this point, I would have said, tell me where I'm wrong. They don't believe Meek Mill could beat Tekashi. That's it. That's the only reason why people don't want Meek Mill to fight him. Meek Mill got called out. Meek Mill is not a real street dude, so I'm fine with him turning down it. But he can't keep saying that he a real street dude if he gonna turn down a fade from the #1 villain in America. #2 villain. We still got Trump. Tekashi is damn near the #2 villain in America on social media. And he just said he want to shoot a fade with Meek Mill. And now we got people trying to give him excuses on why he shouldn't fight 6ix9ine. First of all, he started the beef. He started the whole beef. He tried to bag Jade. He started the whole beef. I'm not sure if they were arguing before that, but Meek Mill pulled up in Jade's DMs. Jade didn't publicly show everybody that he did that. I think 6ix9ine called them out, and then it was off to the races. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App. It was off to the races. So I appreciate everybody that their opinion is Meek Mill shouldn't fight him. But if you trying to tell me that if Tekashi would have called out somebody that you think could beat him, that you would still say that that person shouldn't fight him, you a whole liar. You a whole liar. You know damn well if Tekashi would have called out somebody that could whoop his ass, that people are confident could whoop his ass, y'all would be begging to buy tickets to see that fight. Y'all just don't think Meek Mill could fight. That's all that's about. That ain't about nothing else. People are hypocrites. Y'all over there wanting that boy dead, wanting that man dead, want that man shot, everything else. But then when he talk about he want to shoot the fair one with somebody, no, don't fight him. Don't fight him. I wish he was dead though, but don't fight him. Don't give him a fair one. But if you see him, I hope somebody shoot him and kill him. But don't give him a fair one. Yeah, let's ignore him, right? This is the thing that kills me. Let's ignore him, right? Nobody pulls up to a Tekashi video faster than the people that hate him. What do I think Meek Mill should do? I don't think Meek Mill should fight him. But I also don't think Meek Mill has a choice. I think if Meek Mill don't fight him, this is going to hang over his head for the rest of his career. Period. Period. That's just my opinion. I think it's gonna hang over his head for the rest of his career. For the rest of us knowing who Meek Mill is. And as soon as Meek Mill gets into a beef with a different rapper, they're gonna destroy him. As soon as there's some rapper out there that got a beef with Meek Mill, they're gonna destroy Meek Mill over this. Because everything that I'm saying is a fact. As far as Meek Mill has to accept the fight. That's a fact. He's not gonna though. At least I don't think he's going to. And I also think that 6ix9ine and his camp don't think that he's going to either. Anyway, could we I want to move on to Tiny and T.I. if you don't mind. Give me 1 second. No, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry about this.
Yo, listen, I know niggas be showing off their cars, but I don't believe these be their cars, you heard? I believe them shits be rentals, you heard? Look at my fucking lineup. I own all these shits. These my shits. I don't rent from nobody. These my fucking cars. But neither here or there, you heard? Listen, y'all niggas tell Meek Mill, come fight me. Tell Meek Mill I wanna fight that nigga one-on-one, you heard? And I don't even got a trip about money and all that. Cause I got more money than a nigga. Look at my lineups, huh? Look at these watches, huh? This shit's $250,000 to $1 million a pop, nigga. Look. I don't got a fake front for you niggas. These all my shits. These all my cars. And for y'all little niggas that be getting Lambo trucks, for every rapper that get a Lambo truck, it's cause they can't afford this shit. This the fucking event to do.
That ain't no little, nah, nigga, that's an SVJ, nigga. Don't play around.
That ain't no little nigga car. Y'all little niggas with the...
Once again, from now on, our show's format is just going to be totally different. Giving me the opportunity, I'm going to be working today, give me the opportunity to create what we're going to be doing, the Tonight Show. Everything else is just going to look so different. I'm actually changing. I might most likely also change the visual aesthetic of it also. But the way that our show is going to be formatted from now on into the future is going to be different. I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be better, not for nothing, but I am going to definitely keep I'm gonna definitely keep it as to where I'm not reading comments, because the people who are against me are contacting the people who are supposed to be for me and convincing them to fuck my show up and to just come on because they know that I like these people and I'm not gonna just kick them. So they're convincing the people who know that they can't come on the show and talk crazy because they've been kicked already, are convincing people who they don't think that I want to kick to come on the show and say things to try to fuck the show up so they could get kicked, so they could say I'm doing a thing. So in order so I don't have to kick people, I am not going to be reading comments any further, but this is the way that you guys want it, right? All of the people that support, that listen to the ops, this is what y'all wanted. So I'm assuming everybody is happier this way. I want to say this about Tiny and T.I. situation real quick. I started leading on to it a minute ago, but I want to say something about Tiny and T.I. situation. I think, just so we could be clear, I think that the reason why I think that their shit is over, the reason why I think that they're screwed is because of how quick all of those companies got away from them. As soon as there was an allegation made that was substantial, is that VH1? I'm not sure what show their channel's on. Got away from them. I'm not sure if he was supposed to come back for Ant-Man 3. I don't know. But Marvel I think they put out a press release or some shit. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But it seems like everybody got away from them. What that leads me to believe look, this is what you got to understand. If you think people don't know your vices, you know how you got that guy at your job, wherever you work at, that guy or that woman at their job, that person at your job, wherever you work at, that does something that they're not supposed to be doing, but everybody knows it, but nobody says anything about it. That's what I think the T.I. situation basically is. Nelly's already been mentioned as one of the people who was partaking in the rape culture that they allegedly had over there, the alleged rape culture that they allegedly had over there. Nelly has been accused of partaking in it. So I have to assume at this point, that there are people who know what the hell is going on. I just don't think that they're going to be able to escape from this. I don't think that this is a situation where they're going to be able to, it's not going to look pretty for T.I. and Tiny. And I want to point out one more thing real quick about T.I. and Tiny. Just one more thing real quick. What happened to all of their girlfriends that Tiny used to hang out with all the time? Well, when Tiny was real close to Tanya Johnson. Everybody that don't know who Tanya Johnson is, that's Lil Wayne baby mama. That's Reginae Carter's mother. Beautiful woman. She has a spectacular Instagram. But I haven't seen them together lately. At least not posting together, pictures together. Everybody is getting away from them. Before anybody say that that's not a big deal, how often do you see that happen? Usually if a celebrity gets in trouble, their friends pop up and be like, they're innocent. Those are lies. The media. Right? Remember the one girl tried to come out and say something? And by saying what she said, actually implicated herself and another party in what could be a sex cult, rape cult situation? Why hasn't any of the other people in Atlanta that support T.I. come out and said that these shits is lies? Why hasn't any of the rappers down there spoke out for T.I.? Why hasn't any of the politicians he deal with? Why hasn't any of the activists he deal with spoke out in his behalf? Anybody asking those questions? Because nobody spoke out for T.I. I'm not saying that means that he's guilty. Don't get this confused. I'm just saying nobody spoke out for T.I. Nobody spoke out for T.I. Just real quick. Whenever celebrities get into any BS, the first thing people do is come out and support them. Why has no one except for that one girl came out and supported T.I.? I'm gonna go get my coffee. Also, we still accepting 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App. Because it seems that nobody actually respects our chat, from now on, I'm only reading comments that come through Super Chat or come through drops. Because people don't respect our chat. And for everybody that wants to state your opinion, if I'm not looking at your comment, I can't disagree with your opinion. How about that? So now you're free to state all the opinions you want, because I'm not even seeing them. So explain that to me. Why hasn't nobody came out in defense of T.I.? I haven't seen anybody come out in his defense. Have you? Name me one person that came out in the defense of T.I. I'm here, I'm waiting. Name me one. Oh, you can't, because I'm not reading your comments. Name them to yourself, or just put them in the comments. Y'all could talk about it amongst each other. Nobody came, except for that one girl, nobody came out in defense of T.I. Nobody came out in the defense of T.I. Who? Name me someone. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. T.I.'s connected to how many people? How many connections do T.I. got in Atlanta? Why would nobody be coming out to his defense? Shout out to TZ4 Sheezy with the $4.99 drop. He says, if you stand by someone who does a sex crime and it turns out to be true, your career is over. You're going to say birds of a feather flock together. I'm agreeing with you, by the way. Look, hold on. Teasy, I'm 100% agreeing with you. 100%. If you stand by someone who does a sex crime and it turns out to be true, your career is over. They're going to say birds of a feather flock together. I 100% agree with you. That's my point. Thank you very much for actually understanding what I'm saying. I don't genuinely get people. Most of the time people are just trying to figure out how to argue with me. Thank you for understanding what I'm saying. Think about that for a moment. Think about that for one moment. Nobody spoke out in defense of T.I. yet. T.I. got political connections, right? T.I. knows all the rappers, right? T.I. is involved with activism, right? Why hasn't somebody spoken out in defense of him yet? Remember earlier when we was talking about the people in Meek Mill's situation, and I said the situation involving Meek Mills is this. People think Meek Mills is going to lose. If people thought Meek Mill was going to win, they would want Meek Mill to fight Tekashi. Yeah. People figured T.I. going to jail. And since people figure T.I. going to jail, they trying to stay as far away from him as possible. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, pull up. Tonight's show is going to look so different. You're going to want to be here. The way that I'm going to do tonight's show is going to be so effing different. You're going to want to be here. But yo, yeah, basically. Basically. So that's in my opinion, that's why T.I. is screwed. His own friends is making him look like he guilty. But check this out. I'm not sure if we spoke about this the other day concerning T.I. Check this out. If what they're saying about T.I. is true, you know how many more people are about to get arrested? Well, nobody got arrested yet, but you know how many other people are going to get caught up in this if what they're saying about T.I. is true? If what they're saying about T.I. is true, do you understand how many more people is about to get caught up in this? Basically, his entire entourage. For how many years? Also, you don't think somebody probably already talking? Why effing Lucci gets locked up for a shootout? The next thing we know, T.I.'s all over the news. Why? YFN Lucci is the boyfriend of Regine Carter, who is the daughter of Tanya Johnson. Who was like BFFs with Tiny. I'm gonna tell you something. Every time I ever seen Toya Johnson and with her man, cause she got like she dating some light skinned tall dude. Whenever I seen them together, and then I also see them in the same photo with T.I. and Tiny, that shit don't mix. To me, it always looks odd. Can we hit that like button, please? Just something to think about. To me, it always looks odd. Can we talk about this Pepe Le Pew shit real quick? I want to talk about this Pepe Le Pew shit. Some of y'all might not know who Pepe Le Pew is. But I'm going to tell you who Pepe Le Pew is. I'm going to tell you who Pepe Le Pew is to me. Pepe Le Pew is the one character that they had that showed you don't give up. But not really the one character, because I guess Sylvester, the same thing, right? But it's like, don't give up. Do not give up. Pepe Le Pew is being taken out of Space Jam. Excuse me. Thank you for everybody that say sneeze. Bless you. Pepe Le Pew is currently being taken out of Space Jam because he is supposed to be helping rape culture, exemplifying rape culture, or promoting rape culture. I'm not 100% sure which one of those things is the actual reason, but he's being taken out of Space Jam. I say all that to say this. When are men gonna be feminine enough that America will stop trying to feminize men? When will America be feminine enough that when will men be feminine enough that America will stop trying to feminize men? You want to know what the real problem they have with Pepe Le Pew? It's not rape culture, because Pepe Le Pew never had sex with the cat. I want to talk about something else for a minute. You know that a transgender athlete recently broke the bench pressing mark. That was the female bench pressing record, right? Smashed it. Smashed it. Like, smashed it. Just, it's that person's record now until the next transgender athlete comes along. Smashed it. Now, this is not me going at transgender people. I mean, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Also, I don't even care that they want to allow for transgender people to get into female sports. I don't have a dog in this fight. Shout out to AI with the $10 drop. It says, I'm here today, hashtag BBN. Appreciate you. So I want to explain something. This is my position. I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. I feel like every single thing that is masculine is being attacked. So apparently you're homophobic if you're a straight man and you do not want to have sex with a transgender person. Like if a person was born a man and then they decide to change their gender, they transgender now, they transitioning to a female. If you're a straight male and you don't want to have sex with them, they say you're homophobic. Let that settle in for a minute. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. So if you're a straight man and you don't find men attractive, you're homophobic if you're not willing to have sex with someone that was born a man, with genitals, with a penis. That's America right now. Also, they're gonna allow for kids to be able to choose to switch their gender. Kids who will be 6 years old and want to be an astronaut. Then by the time they're 7 years old, they want to be a race car driver. Then by the time they're 8 years old, they want to be a firefighter. Then by the time they're 9 years old, they want to be, I don't know, they want to drive trains. Kids. Kids. Shout out to John B with the $10 drop. He said, it seems like you're upset about something. I want to apologize that my energy isn't the way that I would prefer for it to be, everybody. We do need about 3 more $10 drops. We still need about 5 more $10 drops to the Cash App, to be honest with you. So, if anybody wants to. So I want to keep that in perspective. So when I hear that they want to take Pepe Le Pew out of Space Jam, you know what you want to know what I hear? I don't hear rape culture is the problem. I hear, because remember, they have cartoons now with openly homosexual, openly gay characters, right? They got cartoons that's pitched to children with openly gay characters. I think this attack on Pepe Le Pew is an attack on men in general. I don't think this attack on Pepe Le Pew got shit to do with rape culture. I think this attack on Pepe Le Pew is just an attack on masculinity. That's what I think. I mean, I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me confused. But once again, oh, and just so we could be clear, if you're attacking masculinity, you are also attacking femininity. Some women still want a man. Imagine being a woman and you want a man, and the whole entire world is trying to tell you, no, men are bad. That's what we're living in right now. We're living in a time on Earth where the females are just all being told men are bad. And they know it's going to work because they've been doing it on the black community for the longest. So they know it's going to work. They know it's going to work because they've been convincing the females in the black community for the longest that black men ain't shit. So they know it's going to work. It's not going to not work. Just so we can be clear, this is 100% going to work. Because they don't want it to work 100%. They just need it to work at a certain level. They just need it to work at a certain level. That's it. They don't need it to work 100%. If it works 75, if it works 25%, they're happy. Now this is the point. Check this out. How are you going to allow for a child to be able to go to gender reassignment surgery in a country with an age of consent is 18? Right? Ain't the age of consent like 18 or something like that? How are you going to allow for a child to go through gender reassignment surgery? Think about that for a minute. What are they trying to do? I mean, I know what I have a feeling of what they're trying to do, but what are they trying to do? In a country where the age of consent is 18, they're going to allow for children to go through gender reassignment surgery. Children. Have anybody here besides me ever had a conversation with a child? Has anybody ever had a conversation with a child? Anybody here thinks that a child can make adult decisions? Because I'm going to assume that reassigning a gender is one of the most adult decisions a person can make. So a child can't vote. A child can't buy alcohol or should be drinking alcohol. A child can't smoke or should be smoking. A child can't agree to have sex or should be having sex. But a child can reassign their gender. So once again, this Pepe Le Pew thing, I think this is just an attack on masculinity, period. Period. Because I'm about to mention something to y'all that y'all might forget, for the people that's ever seen the fucking cartoons. There was quite a few cartoons that homegirl was falling for him, but he was a skunk, so he stank. I'm going to say this again. Some of those cartoons, homegirl was falling for him. He had the moves. He had all of the moves for real, for real. It's just he was a skunk. So the joke was that he stinks. I can't be the only one that remembers that. There'd be times that she'd be ready to fall for him, and then they see like the smells thing go near her nose, and then now she's trying to get away. Pepe had the moves. Pepe was suave. He was just a skunk, so he stunk. Just something to think about. Also, he never had sex with the cat, so I have no idea. He never had sex with the cat or did anything sexual with the cat. So this whole perpetuating rape culture thing is bullshit. Just something I wanted to speak about real quick. And so Cuomo, I wanted to transition over to Cuomo real quick. So Cuomo is in trouble currently because of some over-aggressive approach to greeting females or whatever the case is. Now, this is what I want to say about this real quick, right? I don't know the Cuomo situation, so I can't really stand here and tell you Cuomo guilty, Cuomo innocent. I don't know the Cuomo situation. I've been looking up on it. The more I look into it, the more I see that this might be a case of some people coming for him. You know, a lot of people are coming for a lot of people because of stuff that happened in 2020. I think that's why T.I.'s on the hot seat right now also. That's why he got to get up out of there. There are a lot of people coming for people because of things that happened in 2020. Just so I could be clear, in my opinion. I mean, what the hell do I know? I might be wrong. But from what I've seen, there's a lot of people coming for people, in my opinion. What's the temperature today? I'm curious. I believe they're coming for Cuomo. Now, before I talk about the rape culture, the rape thing, the what Cuomo is being accused of, I want to point something else out real quick. You want to know what Cuomo did? Cuomo was putting people with COVID in nursing homes with the people who are most susceptible to die from COVID. Remember, when you're old and your immune system is compromised. Cuomo was putting people who had COVID in nursing homes around individuals who were the most susceptible to die if they caught it. Then something like 15,000 people died, and only 8,500 people only 8,500 of the individuals who died was reported. So Cuomo has a lot to answer for. There might be people trying to separate themselves from him. There might be people that's just like they're tired of him. There might be some people that he got a couple of their relatives killed with these tactics. Just so we can be clear. But this is the main thing that I want to say about the Cuomo situation real quick. I don't know if Cuomo was over aggressive with those women, but I do know this. If the woman actually likes you, something that could be considered over aggressive won't be. I make jokes over here all the time about how black women just don't like me. I be laughing about that, like sincerely laughing too. Not even like I think it's fucking humorous as shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know why black women don't like me, but I think it's humorous as shit. So I be laughing about it. But I want to explain something real quick. My experience with black women is that they don't like me. That's literally my experience. Now let me tell you something. I was dating this Italian chick, right? Do you know that when I was dating the Italian chick, how much shit I used to get because people thought she was Puerto Rican? Everywhere we went, I used to get mad shit from black females. Mad shit, mad disrespect, looking at me mad crazy. So the point in which I'm trying to make is this. It seems to me like when a female thinks that you have value, they want you to flirt with them. They want you to come on to them. Something happened to Cuomo in 2020 where his value went down the drain. So now females who are willing to accept what now they're saying is over too much touchy-feely shit, now they're talking out about it because his stock is dropped. And that's what I feel this Cuomo shit is. If he really did do that to those women and whatever he did to those women and made them feel a way, he need to be held accountable. Don't get it confused. But if he was just flirting, and because, you know, he's getting a little bit older, and for everybody that don't know, older guys flirt different. Flirting changes, right? So Cuomo was using his moves from the 80s. He's using his moves from the 90s when it was okay to be aggressive, or okay to be more aggressive than it is now. I'm not giving him a pass. Like I told you, he got a shitload of old people killed. I am 100% not giving him a pass. I am 100% not giving Cuomo a pass. But I'm saying something happened. His stock dropped. There's people out to get him. The easiest way to destroy somebody's character is to have females come out and say something, whether they telling the truth or they lying. Anyway, we're going to get up out of here. I'm doing promo today on IG. Tag me into the thing you want me to promo. That's 1. 2, I'm changing the show around all the way 100%. I'm changing the show around all the way 100%. For anybody that would like to have their product on the Tonight Show tonight, for anybody that would like to have advertisement on the Tonight Show tonight, you need to hit me before 2 o'clock today. Before 2 o'clock today, you need to hit me. Everyone that would like to have, listen, everyone that would like to be a part of the way we're changing everything that we're doing over here. Everybody that would like to be a part with you and your, you know, whatever it is that, you know, your business, whatever your business is. Anybody that would like to have their business a part of the new Tonight Show tonight, hit me up. I'm going to explain this one time. Well, I'm probably going to explain it again, but I'm going to explain it right now so everybody can get it. That's here. We're changing up the way in which we do the show. Tonight, I'm going to give everybody that wants to get involved a test run. If you like the test run and this is something that you want to do, then I'll tell you about how you can be on the Tonight Show every night. Because we're changing the way that we do the show because I'm not reading comments anymore. Somebody sent me a link, right? I'm going to tell you something about me. Somebody sent me a thing and was like, yo, look at this, right? But you know what I do? The first thing I do is I try to find out when it was posted. If this can't tell me when this is posted, I'm not going to pay this no attention. I need to know when it was posted. So for anybody that would want to have your product, whatever it is that you're selling, whatever your brand is, whatever your thing is that you're selling, whatever it is, I need you to contact me before 2 o'clock today. Because after 2 o'clock, I'm going to be putting the whole thing together. After 2 o'clock, I'm going to be putting everything together. So I need for you to contact me before 2 o'clock today. Anybody that want to have your brand on the Tonight Show tonight, to be honest with you, I want to say there's at least a minimum of 10 spots, but whoever contact me, I'm going to allow for them to come in. But in a perfect world, we'll have at least 5 spots. I mean, a maximum of 10 spots. I want to say that there's a maximum of 10 spots, but if you contact me, I'll figure out something. Just please contact me before 2 o'clock. With that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to let y'all go. I want to tell everybody that showed up to support. I appreciate you guys. Let me call out the drops real quick. I wasn't ready to do a show with no reading comments this morning. Tonight, I'm going to be ready. So pull up. I'm going to be ready tonight. So pull up. With that being said, shout out to DZ with the 510 drop. Shout out to BQ Mommy with the $5 drop. Shout out to John B with the $10 drop. Shout out to AI with the $9.99 drop. Shout out to TZ Fosheezy with the $4.99 drop. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $4.99 drop. Shout out to D Vertical with the $5 drop. And shout out to James S with the $5 drop. Definitely appreciate you guys. You guys are all the best. I appreciate everybody. Like, on some super real shit, I need to explain something. I appreciate everybody. Like, I really do. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm just saying, I'm not talking about nothing. I appreciate everyone. I literally have to get on YouTube, and I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. I literally have to get on you. I literally get on YouTube twice a day. And I'm just here to have a conversation. You know how many comments that I used to not read because all people want to do is argue? So when you're a person that's supposed to be a part of this community and you're just taking it out of your day to just argue with me, that means I can't trust you. That means that you are trying to bring as much angst into my life as possible. That means that you're personally trying to create controversy where there is none. I don't care what anybody else's opinion is. I think that you have a right to your own opinion. The thing is that people tell me their opinion with the expectation that I have to change my opinion. People tell me their opinion with the expectation that I have to ignore a fact. And if I don't ignore a fact, and if I don't change my opinion, then that means that I'm doing something to them. You have no idea how strong-willed the individual has to be me. I have no one, I have nothing. I have me. I have the people, you guys, that come up and pull up. I don't have loved ones, nothing. I got my sister-in-law. I got my brother, Banger. I can't name 5 people that I physically could come into contact that I have. You have no idea how strong you have to be me. I have people that pull up here every day, pretend to be fucking with me, and all they doing is trying to figure out a way to argue with me. That's it. They just waiting for me to say something in order for them to just start arguing with me for no reason. There's a saying like something about till you walk a mile in somebody's shoes or some shit like that. I don't think many of you could walk 10 minutes in mine. Fuck a mile. You wouldn't get 3 blocks. One of the main reasons why I'm good at this, or I can be good at this when I choose to be, is because I have an extremely obsessive personality. I find something, I latch onto it, I become good at it. Shout out to Team Moto with the $25 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. He said last minute check-in. Appreciate you. I know what's happening. I literally know what's happening. There's individuals convincing people who they don't think that I'm going to kick to come into the chat and disrupt the chat. I know what's happening. They act like they're your friends. They act like they're my friends. The difference is I know that they're not my friends. I know that they're not my friends. I just don't really care about what's going on with them, so I don't argue with them. So when I see people that's supposed to be close to me allowing individuals to manipulate them to come to my show and talk crazy, this has nothing to do with agreeing. Hold on. I want to show y'all something real quick. I'm just going to show you how DSTN's a liar. And he lied. And he's trying to say something about agreeing when he lied. He's a liar. You're a liar. I'm never going to let this go. Never. You lied. You're a liar. I'm never going to let this go. You're a liar. We was having a conversation. The whole conversation revolved around me saying that I don't think that I think my son would take a fade from Tekashi if Tekashi called him out. The whole entire time DSTN said that no, he wouldn't. He said he would not. Somebody came into the chat and asked me about what we was talking about. I said DSTN and Shy Murder said that Tekashi would that my son would not take a fade from Tekashi. I'm gonna let you see what his comment was. This is one right there where he's saying that my son would not fight Tekashi. This is what I want to express this, so I can explain why this is just so much bullshit. I think he would love to fight him. I just don't think he will. Here's his next comment. He definitely solid. That's what I'm saying. Men don't fall for child's tricks. Him again saying that my son would not fight Tekashi. And then, when the person asks me what's going on, and I say, well, DSTN said that my son wouldn't fight Tekashi, this is what he writes. We never said that, but okay. So now he's just a liar. And every time I say something about his lie, he talks about an opinion. So he can't be trusted with nothing. You a whole fucking liar. This ain't got shit to do with an opinion. That's a lie. You lied. Right here. You just said that you never said that. And right here, you're literally saying it. You're literally saying it. You are literally saying the thing that you're saying you didn't say. How is that not a lie? And what the fuck do that got to do with an opinion? Can somebody explain to me what that has to do with an opinion? I am never gonna let this go because you lied. How you supposed to be? You supposed to fuck with me, homie? You come on my show, argue with me about something for 2 damn hours, and then lie and say that that's not even what you were saying? So yeah, it don't got nothing to do with an opinion. And because he keeps saying it has something to do with an opinion, I'm never gonna let this go because he keeps saying it got something to do with an opinion. I'm gonna make a video about this. I am never gonna let this go. Never. Once again, just so we can be clear. People wonder why I got trust issues. People are always lying to me, dead to my face. I think he would love to fight him. I just don't think he will. He definitely solid. That's what I'm saying. Men don't fall for child's games. And then he says, he never said it. So you call it whatever you want to call it. I call it a lie. You call it what you want to call it, though. I call it a lie. You call it what you want to call it, though. They're going to say it has to do with an opinion. But once again, he's a liar. A liar. He cannot be trusted. He cannot be trusted. I think he would love to fight him. I just don't think he will. This is not an opinion. Once again, I'm showing you a lie. You are a lie. You are a whole liar. You are a fucking liar. You a liar. I'm showing you right now that he's lying. Look at him still talking about opinions. Look at him still talking about opinions. Look at him still talking about opinions. He's a liar. Look. This is the proof. But look at him still talking about opinions. He's a liar. He a whole liar. But look at him still talking about opinions, though. Why? Because the ops sent them. That's why. The ops sent them. He's never going to stop talking about opinions. Because he's a liar. And the ops sent him. And you know which one sent him. And I'm not unblocking that nigga. And I ain't have no plans on unblocking that nigga. You a liar. How is that reaching? You a liar. You ain't nothing to me but a liar. Once again, I think he would love to fight him. I just don't think he will. He definitely solid. That's what I'm saying. Men don't fall for child's plays. Then he says he never said it. I know everybody is out because everybody thinks that he should be able to lie. I get it. It's not reaching. You a liar. You just lied. I just showed the proof. This ain't got nothing to do with an opinion. I'm going to put the live back up. I took the live down. I'm going to put the live back up. I need y'all to go. If you watch the live, you're going to see a ton of other people agreeing that my son wouldn't fight him. You want to know the difference? Those people weren't lying. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Once again, I'm not reading comments no more. Because what's happening is, the more I read somebody's comments, the people who, my ops is reaching out. The people who want bad for me is reaching out and talking to these guys and convincing them to come in and disrupt my chat. Come on, man. That was a blatant lie. But everybody's going to act like they don't see it, though. Because I got to be wrong. I get it. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it.